sports show. We can get your sports how you want it, when you need it. I'm your host, Mikel Ramos. And as usual suspects in the house. Dre, Cravante, Byron, Roger. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Men?
What's going on?
Man.
Mikel, what up?
Hello. Our special guest for the evening, True Sounds, our theme song with the dance and everything, Cravante. Anyways, he's here. And he brought his partner with him. And when I say this, I have to say it like this. Apollo's here. I can't get the deep Apollo.
You tried, though. That was
Oh, and your voice is deep, yo.
Oh, yeah.
You tried.
You got another one over
Baseman
there.
number 2
All
here.
right,
Another
don't
one
forget
over
your
there.
script. Don't forget your script now.
And
all
he,
right?
oh, man. Woo! Anywho, ladies, please go like us on our Facebook page, The Flex Zone. Follow us and comment on Twitter, Periscope, Snapchat, and Instagram at The Flex Zone. What's up to my Periscope people? We got a little rowdy before, but we're on air now. Anyways, if you have any questions, ideas, or possibly want to be a guest, send us an email to theflexzone1@gmail.com. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. The Flex Zone is also on SoundCloud and on iTunes. NFL and NBA tonight, but before we get into that, got to take care of some house rules. Social medias. Hurry up. Dre, you first.
Snapchat and Twitter, Be More and Show Off. IG, Black American Dream. And Facebook, Andre Melton.
Crevante Hurd, CREVONTEHURDE. That's Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, Crevante_H.
Apollo, how can people reach you? Are you on social media, sir?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook and I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram. You can catch me at Shakus Apollo. That's SHOKUS Apollo.
True.
I'm on Facebook.
The man
That's
with the
my
sound.
personal one. But so I ain't gonna put that out there. But
you trying to hide TMZ Sports?
I got a lot to hide actually.
He's honest.
but nah, follow at Team DAR. That's what I'm always on. So
Sound like the money team over there.
Please don't get him started. He might join, and then we got another
please
call.
don't. I know this Ray J fan.
We got another call. If he had one wish, he could sell out to everybody. Byron, go.
At BKD_TV.
Roger Lee Herring, Facebook. Herringmore, Instagram.
And you can find me on Instagram and Snapchat at Mikel Sade. That's MYKELLSADE. And on Facebook at Mikel Ramos. So right into this NFL thing, I had to switch up the segments. I want to go talk about some football first. Breaking news. Well, not breaking news today, but breaking news yesterday. Peyton Manning retiring. This is the words of the great man that is Peyton Manning. And I quote, "There's something about 18 years. 18 is a good number, and today I retire from pro football. I revere football. I love the game. So you don't have to wonder if I'll miss it. Absolutely, absolutely, I will. I have fought the good fight, and I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Well, I have fought the fight. I have finished the football race, and after 18 years, it's time. God bless all of you, and God bless football." Peyton Manning, number 18, he's gone. Like that. Byron, he's gone.
He gone.
Goodbye.
No sympathy?
I mean, he's had 18 great years. He's played his behind off. He's won 2 championships. He was won 200 games in the NFL over his career. I mean, it's been a great career for him.
I wanted to cry in that retirement speech, that press conference. I was like, darn. Because you never really see Peyton Manning show some emotion, and he shows it at the end. Cravante, what has Peyton Manning meant to you?
Oh, he's arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. But what I say personally, thank you for leaving the game when you're supposed to, unlike some other athletes. But leave the game when you're supposed to and while you're on top. No reason to come back. Your legacy is cemented. You're fine. In 5 years, get your Hall of Fame speech ready. You'll be there in 5 years.
What kept up such speculation? Because there was some reports that he may not have walked away. He was thinking about not walking away.
That would have been the craziest thing
So
ever.
the scandal did nothing?
No. I didn't bite on none of it. Not buying it.
I honestly think he was young. He was stupid. Let it go. Y'all brush it under the rug then. You brush it back under the rug. You bring it back out.
Brush it back under the rug.
You brush it under. That's not the same? Anywho.
I don't know what to say.
Sweep it under the rug.
Sweep it. Oh, so we sweep. Okay.
The vacuum cleaner, put the vacuum
I was
on it.
close, right? Sorry, Mom. I'm not as old as I think I am. Apollo, Peyton Manning. Any thoughts? Our guest.
He's arguably the greatest regular season quarterback. He leads the NFL in like 5 or 6 records. So I mean, he's great. You know what I mean? And he needed that second ring to solidify him, And I mean, he's one of the greatest. He's the sheriff.
Peyton Manning is one of 5 athletes in 4 major sports to win 5 MVPs. First in the NFL. Other people in that category: MJ, Kareem, Barry Bonds, Wayne Gretzky, and Joe Thornton in the NHL.
That's the transcendent stars. That's the elite of the elite. So that speaks for itself.
Great company to be in.
Yep.
Great company to be in. Eligible for the Hall of Fame in 2021, joining the potential class of Charles Woodson, Calvin Johnson, Marshawn Lynch. Great group of people, right, Drew?
Definitely. I'm still a little heartbroken over Marshawn retiring too, personally. But as far as Peyton, though, I just want to say that's my personal favorite quarterback. So it's always been, since kind of growing up. Like, I don't think I'm glad Cravante said it. I'm glad he retired because this last season was.
But I mean,
I'm a Broncos fan, but.
It was
it.
It was
That's
trash.
it.
It was
I
trash.
understand
This
you
was
seeing
it.
somebody at the end. I understand that you see somebody at the end of the light at the end of the tunnel for somebody, and it's time to close the door. But we cannot tell these people when to retire. They have to feel it within themselves.
No.
Thank you. He felt it when he was supposed to. Just and it's funny. And it's funny because Apollo said the greatest regular season quarterback. This was not a good regular season for him. That means it's time to go.
Trust me, we all felt it.
Yeah.
He got benched.
Bitch, he came back and won the Super Bowl.
I mean,
But he got benched.
Did he really win the Super Bowl?
I said not.
Defense.
He was
His
barely
defense
cracking
won the
up.
Super
We
Bowl.
saw
He
what
was
it
a game
was. We
manager.
saw what it was, but we know
But devil's
quarterbacks.
advocate, Peyton Manning is still better than half the NFL quarterbacks.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Half of the man he was.
How does he go? How does he rank? Because your boy just signed. Tom Brady just signed another 2-year deal with the Patriots. He's said himself that he wants to play well into his 40s until he can.
45.
And I think the only reason you see Peyton going is because I think he knows he thinks he can still play, but I think the off the field controversy and the overall just speculation of what he did in his past outweighs the positives of probably not being with Denver because they probably wouldn't bring him back. So let's say he goes to the Rams and he has to battle against Case Keenum or someone for a starting job. That's not Peyton Manning. So I think just the cons of having to play another year, going through that year of getting hit and playing with a team that's not the same caliber as Denver outweighs it. I think he still believes in his heart he could play another 1 or 2 years like Tom Brady, but just don't think the cons outweigh the pros. He got his 2 rings, so he'll be one of the greatest quarterbacks ever.
Roger, let's talk about the place that Manning built. Lucas. Then he comes to Denver, makes an impact. Let's talk about the impact he's been able to make. I mean, I was watching First Take this morning, and Herm Edwards said, "How do you prepare for a guy like Peyton Manning?" And you just pretty much got to keep going because you don't know what he's capable of. How do you prepare for that?
You can't prepare for Peyton Manning. He was the most well-prepared quarterback in football history. He said it himself. He would, after a win, he would be on the plane watching film. He didn't celebrate with his teammates. He made sure that the next game that they played, they was going to be well prepared, even if they won or lost. He was going to make sure that he was well prepared and that his team was well prepared. So he's a robot, man. I mean, he just goes in there and he does what he's supposed to do.
The true fundamentalist, if we have to give homage to Tim Duncan, true fundamentalist in the NFL.
That's a good yeah. He's like Tim Duncan.
And Kobe and Peyton both gone together. Thank
One
God.
last time, people.
Stop it.
Together. Omaha, one last time. 1, 2, 3.
Omaha!
How much did that? Wait, we got to sing it. Omaha.
Nope. Not
No,
doing all that.
no,
You lost me.
No, we can't do that.
Why can't I
Can't do
sing
that.
on air?
But you know what? Another thing
What's
about
the problem right here?
But another thing about his speech though, I'm so glad he mentioned all the defensive players he played against that were great Hall of Famers themselves,
His
or
Hall
want to
of
be
Fame
Hall of
speech,
Famers.
Speaking of everybody that paid homage to him, Drew Brees posted a picture from, 96 or something like that, of him and Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning looks so young, and and Drew Brees doesn't even have all the hair and everything. Cam Newton's post on Peyton Manning was heartfelt and sincere. He think, I was able to be on the field with you on your last game, and he paid homage to him very well. So he had a lot of people just feeling the love of Peyton. You can't do nothing but, these days, depending on what comes out, you can't do nothing but love Peyton Manning because that's the most squeakiest of the squeakiest you've had. As far as how to play the game, how to be a role model, how to just prepare and just be the best, it gets no better than Peyton Manning, right, Trey?
Yeah, I mean, Peyton Manning definitely showed you how to be a quarterback in the NFL professionally, and his speech was really heartfelt. Like you said, that's the first time I actually seen any emotion out of Peyton Manning ever. And then he said he couldn't name everybody, but he definitely tried his best to name as many people as he could in his Hall of Fame. In his farewell speech, and even concluded with saying Omaha. So we saw a little dry humor as we always see from Peyton Manning.
Lastly, let's talk about the Manning family as a whole. Crevante, the dynasty that is football. Eli, you last, baby.
Eli got 2
and
rings.
he still got that
shoot.
face, and he still got that face. Like, oh,
True
man.
got it right now.
Like, bruh, who opened the door?
I mean, I don't know if we're still waiting on these reports to come out, but first class, still the first family in football. Full of quarterbacks plus Cooper. Unfortunately for him, he didn't make it as far.
He was a wide
But
receiver.
Archie Manning, his 2 sons have a combined 4 Super Bowls. That's crazy.
And then don't forget about the Manning camp that they do, helping other quarterbacks.
Other
So
pro quarterbacks,
Yeah.
like guys who are already in the pros, go to their camps as well.
Yep.
Like not just up and coming, they got actual pros coming to their camps.
And Eli's
Beautiful.
Super Bowls were against his brother's nemesis.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it wins to be a Manning. We'll see. We'll further see that one. But
So far,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. And Archie has all the clout in the world right
on
now.
the college
On the
football
collegiate
selection.
level, the pro level.
And he wasn't
I'm
a
surprised they don't
he
own their
wasn't
own
a
team.
Hall of Fame quarterback. Nah, he was a great quarterback,
was a
but
great
unfortunately,
quarterback, yeah.
he
He
was
was
with
on
the
the-
Aints.
he was on the
Yeah.
Aints.
He was with the New Orleans
And I
Aints.
think that's
So-
what a lot of people are asking. What's next for Peyton Manning? I think he should take some time away, but he would be an awesome quarterback coach, offensive coordinator, even maybe a head coach or GM. I mean, he knows the game. He is the walking playbook. He called his own play since being a rookie, started that trend. I mean, I would love to see him back in the game as offensive coordinator.
I think he may do something of what John Elway did. I think he may really follow those footsteps, especially being in the Denver Broncos and seeing how John Elway left the game, came back with the Denver Broncos. I think he's really going to follow in that footsteps.
Well, we're gonna switch gears. I'm an audible Omaha.
Just don't commentate, Peyton. I don't think he has the personality for it. Peyton, man, I don't want him
Oh, yeah,
commentating.
yeah, yeah.
But I
Don't
do
commentate.
wanna-
So
I
yeah,
do
he
wanna
throws
see-
right.
I want to see
and
him on
then,
Saturday Night Live, though.
Oh yeah, he
He's
comes Saturday
on
Live
Live
anytime
Saturday
he wants.
Live though.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. So he's gonna throw right, and then Peyton, what are you talking about? Can you call Papa John's because this ain't working for you? Go on the commercials. Anywho, we're gonna switch gears. Omaha, we're gonna miss you, Peyton Manning. Another one goes in the dust. Let's today. Didn't see this one coming. Another retirement. Mr. Megatron.
Oh man,
Calvin Johnson calls it quits, people. Number 81 is gone. 731 receptions, 11,619 receiving yards, 83 receiving touchdowns, 86.1 receiving yards per game. Gone.
And more importantly, leaving $47 million on the table. My
Gone.
God.
Now, that money left on the table. Now, is that money left on the table through frustration of what Detroit isn't able to bring? Because
absolutely.
I'm thinking he's going to go somewhere
Absolutely.
and become Larry
Sanders.
Fitzgerald and reincarnate.
Absolutely.
No, not Larry Fitzgerald. He's going to go somewhere and reincarnate himself.
Nope.
Be Larry Fitzgerald in the new old age or to that degree. And
Nope. He walked out. It's Detroit. It's the Detroit thing.
They was
He
telling-
going out.
I mean-
you slowly die.
They
you
was
know what
telling
I'm saying?
Steve
He
Smith
gonna
seniors-
follow the steps of Barry Sanders. That's what he's going to do. And he's going to be he's going to be a Hall of Famer. But I'm sure he felt like he was going to get seriously hurt in Detroit, and he's like, I need a life after.
that's what they say. So Pac-Man, we're going to talk about Pac-Man a little later because he made the full ESPN trail today. He was on First Take, he was on Sports Center, 101, he was everywhere. He believes he's going to come back. Do we believe that?
No.
I think he's content with himself, with his decision. I think Megatron is out, and plus Detroit. Remember, guys, Detroit. We're still talking about Detroit here, so
Detroit
it ain't much to come back to. And with all those stats, no playoff wins.
None of them. Fun fact. Apollo, they say if he would have the Patriots would have offered him something, he would have went. No?
If I was him, I would have taken that
I mean,
deal.
who the hell wouldn't, right?
I mean, you need to be on a contender. You know what I mean? You're a Hall of
Keyword.
Famer,
Keyword.
potentially. So, like, why not be with the best quarterback and the best coach?
But my whole thing is you got these guys, these veterans that they say their careers are over. Steve Smith Sr. was supposed to be through. Larry Fitzgerald was through.
Ooh, no, I didn't think so. I didn't think neither. I thought both of them. I thought the Panthers were a little hasty, but the Panthers they went in the right direction. I can't blame them for what they did with Steve Smith because he was past his prime. So ship him out while we can. But the Ravens, he couldn't go to a better team. Like,
and he was mad.
He embodies what a Raven
way
is.
To be mad and go to Ravens. But I'm saying if Calvin Johnson leaves, he gets some type of resurgency. It's to a degree you rejuvenate your career. It's kind of equating it to like when Paul Pierce left Brooklyn. He should have never went there anyway. But when he left Brooklyn and he goes to the Wizards, vintage. He came out of nowhere. Look what he did for the culture in the city. Calvin Johnson goes somewhere. He's still Megatron. He didn't allow himself that chance. Yeah?
Detroit.
He could have forced his way out, though. He could have forced his way out.
Oh, yeah, he should have. Yeah, because it's not too many players that
and
can
Detroit,
do that.
Detroit could have got so much back for him, like 2 first-rounders,
Yeah.
RG3,
Yeah, they coulda-
trade.
Yeah.
Ransom.
You could have
King's ransom.
You could get the house for
Ice,
him.
Yeah.
ice in your veins.
Help the whole Detroit economy out there, man.
No,
See?
no, what's up?
I mean,
You not feeling it?
I'm not. I mean, Megatron. I mean, it's the new NFL now. Everybody's retiring. It seems like over around 30 or 31. I mean, Marshawn Lynch is still young. Megatron is still young. I mean, and then this concussion movie came out, scaring the players and stuff. And
Shoot, they should have been scared before that movie.
yeah, and, then, and what was the Antoine Randall L? Came out and said some things that he was suffering some injuries from his past playing days. So it's more to it than just being on a bad team. I understand that he was on a bad team for his whole career. He went 0-16 one year, which is horrible.
We saw that. I was there.
So,
You was
so
there?
the big bucks come in between the limitations on your body. I mean, even what Steph Curry, who was that? Steph Curry said to a degree, I want to still be able to walk my girls down the aisle. I mean, if you play and you play for the heart of the game, you have nothing afterwards. I mean, the greatest of athletes, Muhammad Ali, gave his life to boxing. Look at him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on what route you want to take as an athlete. And I mean, you say being on a bad team wasn't whatever. Being on a bad team helped. You know what I'm saying? It helped, and he wasn't the healthiest either.
Right.
So him being on the wrong side of 30, injuries.
Taking those hits.
I'm on the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep reiterating.
Yep.
I'm gonna walk away while I still can walk.
Do Lions even still sell
Hey,
fitteds? When the last time somebody bought a Lions fitted?
My friend got a fit, but she's a Lions fan.
Outside of Detroit,
I haven't seen any, but not on this. I wouldn't expect any. I mean, I see them on NFL. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
sell them, but
On NFL
have I
Shop.
seen any?
InfoShop.com.
They're available. Trust me, they're available.
Let's put number 81 back on the high road a little bit. You can't guard him because I'm pretty sure a lot of guys came to the huddle on defense and said, "Hey, look, I was there. He came over. He jumped over us and caught the ball. There's nothing I could do, coach."
Double them. You always
Those highlights, yeah.
You
that
have
one
to.
Dallas game, he caught over 3 people.
Sometimes you tripled him and it still wasn't enough.
Right. It's like, what are we gonna do with him?
He looked like, how when you think of Megatron, you know what that makes me think of. You know how
Optimus
Fox had that too, but you know how Fox has all the NFL robots at the beginning of their broadcast.
Yes, the Fox one. Yes. That was
That's
Megatron. Like, wow,
exactly-
he has time to
exactly
do
how it
side
looks like.
things. Okay, that's cool.
No, the ESPN commercial was the best one where he disappeared into the soda machine. That was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing.
Let's keep this further moving along. We got to talk about some more wide receivers, shall we? Marvin Harrison has some words for T.O. on his Hall of Fame submission or non-submission. Courtesy of Hall of Fame Network, and he was not pretty when he said this. The person who was supposed to get in got in, and that was me. If he didn't get in, that's his problem. He can talk all the BS, in parentheses, he's doing. That's on him, but I'm in. My jacket is gold. I will look in the rear view for nobody. So he can get in his, can I say this on air, ASS? Well, no, I'm gonna spell it. And whenever he gets in, if he doesn't get in, too bad. The hell with him. Ouch, Marvin Harrison.
That's the most I've ever heard from Marvin Harrison.
Woo, I didn't even know he had such words.
I didn't know he had that.
Hey, T.O.'s response, shots fired. Read between the lines on that one. That was appropriate.
He acted like he was hurt.
yeah.
All I know is this: I have nothing negative to say about that, Marvin Harrison. If you
You do you,
you
boo.
do you, bro. That's it.
He's about that.
If
I'm
anybody
like-
knows
I'm like
anything
Bomani
about
Jones.
Marvin Harrison,
I
All
heard
I
about
say is, if I got to play with Peyton Manning for my whole career, I'd be talking like that too. But T.O.'s a better receiver.
No,
We all know that.
I'm talking
The
about Marvin
numbers don't
Harrison.
lie.
I'm talking about Marvin Harrison outside of the field.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's always the crowd when you got to watch. Always.
My man
You
didn't
know how
say
they
no
it's all
word.
those good girls, all them church boys, them church girls. Oh, I didn't mean it like that, but it came
But-
out like that. Anyways,
But T.O. though, that's one person I wouldn't really want to mess with.
true, the numbers don't lie. He even said it himself. So what's going on?
I mean, personally, I would take T.O. over Marvin Harrison, but I mean,
He built Lucas.
But Marvin Harrison, he's still a legend. I think it's always petty when they get into stuff like this. See, we know T.O.'s history. We know his history. All he does is talk, and cry, and talk. So I mean, I didn't see what T.O. said.
He ain't say nothing at first.
So
He
you're
just came
basically
into
saying T.O.'s not in, not because he can't play, but because of, you mess up a Philadelphia locker room. Who knows what happened in San Francisco? Then we have Dallas. So his attitude.
It's not supposed to be about that. It's supposed to be a bunch of numbers.
Exactly.
Because there's no crying in football. Be a grown man, Marvin Harrison. T.O. should be in there,
What did you
baby.
do on the field? Like they say.
You just a little quiet.
Watch yourself over there.
Now listen. History has shown with the Hall of Fame that wide receivers don't get in immediately. No. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Harrison just got in. When he retired?
Yeah, it took
more than 5 years ago. It was
How long it
took Marvin Harrison. It took Tim Brown, Andre Reed. It takes wide receivers a very long time to get in. And on top of that, like you say, it should be about the numbers.
Should be.
And that's all. But with the writers and everybody who has votes, they see it a little bit more because a lot of them wrote about him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So they take that personally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they shouldn't. But T.O. will get in eventually. Marvin Harrison was just, I'm in now, so I'm going to just keep poking to you.
Jab.
But T.O. will get in eventually.
Anyways, moving forward. We still got time left. I'm keeping it up here. DeMarco Murray. Tennessee, baby. Gone, Philly.
I don't think that was the move. The move should have been for him to go.
Of course you would say that, man. Shut up.
I'm just saying he fitted the mold of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna keep saying it because come on, Marcus Mariota is not the quarterback.
What is this?
Him, the camaraderie that he had with
camaraderie.
Yes.
Sees that LeBron hat you got on. It's clogging your brain. Go ahead though.
But I'm just saying, I think he just fits better with the Dallas Cowboys. It's just something there when he's there and they have
what they're winning,
a healthy
winning games,
a healthy Des Bryant, a healthy Tony Romo. I think that bring DeMarco back and it just they're right back into Super Bowl.
Are you done?
Contention.
He's a
you don't remember,
of
do you?
Because
he's all of them.
like 3 teams.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there we go. You remember the important part. You remember the important part.
Yeah, okay.
You remember the important part.
DeMarco Murray. Power running, it doesn't happen. You would think now that Philly has this new coach, and this would be DeMarco style. No, they ship him out here.
Oh, no.
Philly's turning around. What the heck, Philly?
No, Philadelphia's getting it right. Get rid of all that Kelly stuff.
Yep.
Get everything that Kelly put his hands on, get it out of here.
And
We don't want
even
it.
more amazing, teams are ready to take these players. I'll take them.
Right. Oh, yeah. There's always going to be players that take
them play last year?
And then let's not forget either. He still keeps his guaranteed money of $21 million.
Yeah, it was like 25 guaranteed, but he said he's willing to rework some of it. So we'll see what happens.
Can someone please tell me, maybe Apollo, True, maybe either one of you, can either of you please tell me how Andy Reid must be feeling right about now? Look, you can't do nothing without me, can you? Huh?
You want to take this one?
I don't want to take this.
Nobody? I ain't got no.
Well, I think Andy's laughing actually.
Andy
laugh
is
now.
chuckling
Andy is
it
laughing.
up.
Andy
He's
is like-
chuckling it up. They
like-
look a mess
Throwing
out
the
there.
arrowhead at him.
They look a mess over there in Philly.
He's
And
like,
It ain't a good team in
he's
Philly right now.
and
And
he's
if
winning.
LaShawn McCoy would have kept his mouth shut, he would have been
Nah, he was out.
chuckling too,
He was
just
out.
a little bit.
He's not
Because
chuckling.
Kelly,
Too
the
much
way
of his
Kelly
own
was
guy.
working, nah.
If he would have did the right thing by all those everything, he might have been chuckling a little bit too. Last but not least, Pac-Man on the market, people. Now I know he's old, but as far as he's gone through, should he stay in
On the market?
Should he stay
I think the Browns.
In
should-
Cincinnati?
the Browns?
He should stay with Cincinnati, yes.
Wait, what? Do you know how harsh that is to tell somebody to go to the Browns?
I mean, think about it. Hugh Jackson's there. I mean, he's familiar with him.
Yeah, you're right.
The Browns?
Well, he'll retire in 2 years if he goes to the Browns. We're talking about
I mean,
another
hey,
retirement.
why not? I mean, they're
Why
going to
not?
suck anyway.
They're gonna suck.
Don't do that to the boy. I mean, at least Cincinnati is a contender.
if they don't,
he might as well stay with Cincinnati.
No,
and be along.
Cincinnati's now just an accident waiting to happen. They're going to be good all year. Then when they get to the game where they need to win,
Wait,
we got the
hold
lead.
up. Who was it? I'm going to give them their first playoff when they had it in the palm of their hands.
Okay, first of all, that was considering they were healthy.
You was
but they weren't.
talking with your emotions, brother.
All I know is this.
I jumped off a little bit through.
Jumped off the ledge.
I jumped off.
Hey,
I was
listen.
born that night, but not last
I
night.
was,
He jumped off while the train was still moving.
I got him. Hey, listen.
It got on it with him.
Yes, absolutely. I was
jumped
on
off.
that train. I'm not going to shy away from it. But
And
once
to-
Andy Dalton got hurt,
We jumped off.
No,
I'm outta there.
But some people,
I'm outta
some
there.
people were
He
still.
jumped
and
on.
who's his backup?
He jumped on, though.
Who?
Who was his backup?
Was it Alabama?
McCarron? What school he went to?
Alabama.
Come on.
Exactly.
You know
Exactly.
you should've won that game.
Exactly.
You know
they
he
got him
should've
this
won
morning,
that
won
though,
that game.
Exactly, huh?
To the last inning of the fourth quarter.
Pac-Man, they got him this morning. They got him to say something a little bit off the wall about, you ain't see that?
No.
He's
Oh,
been,
my
He's
God.
been on the trail. He's been on
he
Sports
was
Center.
like,
he's been
he was
on
like, which
everything.
quarterback would you rather have in that clutch moment? He was like, I love Andy Dalton, but, McCarron was doing his thing. I'm like,
Bro.
You know
Anyway,
what? He should stay on the market.
Okay.
probably will now.
He's on the bad side. He's on the bad.
probably
He's on
will
wrong
now.
in the
It'll
30.
be
He
interesting
has
to see
issues.
where he
He
goes.
was one of the reasons why they lost
They
that
lost.
game.
Yep.
Nah,
No,
you
that
stay right
call
there.
against him was bad. That Burfict call was on the money. But
Oh,
that
Burfict
Pac-Man,
and then he
did
said,
it
and then
the
he said
whole
Antonio
game.
Brown was faking it, remember?
Yeah.
Well, how about you just go to Oakland? They like
There you
He
go.
right.
There you go.
LA.
Oh, no.
Right there.
Oakland or the Ravens.
or the Jacksonville Jaguars. They spending money.
Speaking of the Ravens, and this is a great way to end this segment, baby.
You got your purple lipstick on. I see you.
Trying. Anywho, I just didn't want to go to Arizona. Well, in
That's
his
y'all
case-
boy. That's y'all boy.
Well, in his case, I didn't want to get out of Arizona. Terrell Suggs gets arrested in Arizona.
Hey,
That's
there
y'all
was no
man.
liquor involved. He's fine by me.
He like he was crying on the mugshot.
It's always something.
I mean, he got caught, doing the dirt at 2 a.m. I mean,
These are my confessions.
he needs to, just rehab and
I
chill.
didn't want to go to
but he can't do
Arizona.
that.
He said they going to kill me in Baltimore.
We are killing him in
We are killing
Baltimore
him, yes.
right now
Deservedly so.
of his actions.
But if he comes out and gets 10 sacks, we'll forget all about it.
He might not even play the first 4 games of the season. He might be sitting on the bench.
You know
Right,
what,
right,
Roger?
right.
Much as I hate to say this, you might be right.
I didn't want to go to Arizona.
How many years is left on his deal?
Like 2,
Yeah.
1 or
And
2.
this is his 14th.
He's like
year, right?
34 years old with two ACLs,
2 Achilles.
Achilles tears.
Two Achilles.
Opposite legs, opposite feet.
I mean,
that better or is it worse?
what is he expected to do?
Well, he go to Germany like Kobe did. Figure it out.
That would be nice. But I don't think-
Kobe got ties in Germany. That's different.
Yeah.
Kobe ain't just go to Germany.
Suggs is on the
Hey, yo, I need some
downside
help.
of his career,
Yeah.
so I mean, you might as well finish out your contract and retire a Raven.
You might as well just get cut him, actually.
Ouch.
No.
It's going to be too much dead money, but
Yeah.
maybe after this year.
I don't think he's going to do much.
I say definitely after this year.
I
The
say,
draft
I
kings
say
have
he needs to
nothing to say?
retire. Just retire.
What
I
do the
said
Ravens
you don't
go?
want dead money just sitting there, so you got to see
draft?
what he can do.
You asking us what they go in the draft?
Well, yeah.
But they need to get younger.
Younger on the back end of the defense. Hey, on the front end of the defense too.
Younger all around. Roger, what do they need? Go down the list.
They need a cornerback, a safety, a halfback. They need a
They need
O-line,
Roger
O-lineman.
in the
wide
draft
receiver.
room.
Tight end. Well,
They
signed
don't
tight
need no
end.
tight end. They good at tight end. They good at quarterback too.
A backup quarterback. Oh, okay.
No, they good at quarterback. They got already good at backup quarterback. But
Running
they
back,
need
wide
everything.
receiver, middle linebacker,
They did everything.
DN.
Man. They
Well,
did everything.
got a little.
Michael, you could be in the draft room if
I
you want.
probably could, Heisman. Anyway, true. We're going to break, but I want you to introduce the song we're going to break to. Because it is yours, my brother.
Yeah, it is. This song is me and Apollo. It's called Never Fold. We got a little group thing we working on, me and him together. So it's coming out in
Ooh, fire.
probably like
few weeks.
in the March. Yeah, we shot a video for this song and everything. So it's coming. iTunes
Big
and all
things.
that.
Big things.
Big
Man,
thing.
we definitely
We get a Flex Zone exclusive.
Exclusive.
And we're on the bigger and better things. NBA news on the other side of this break. I would tell you to come back, but where should you go?
I will never fold, no. I will never sell my soul, no. Getting
We're back.
money is the
Flex Zone.
main goal.
I hope you enjoyed this song. True. Where can they find that? If they want to go online or iTunes or something, where can they find that song?
It's not available yet.
Exclusive. You heard the drop.
Exclusive.
Eventually, right?
We're gonna drop a couple bombs.
Eventually, it'll be on iTunes. This one will be under HS. That's our
It's our duo name.
our duo
HS.
name for
HS.
higher standard. What it stands for. So, yeah.
Man, all I want to do is just be in the video.
You welcome.
Hey,
You welcome in the
welcome.
video. Just bring some women. Because you always tell me you surrounded about women. So bring them.
Well, I got you.
Turn up,
Now,
basically.
you know, I could say something, but for once, I'm not.
I know what she's going to say.
I'm gonna let it go. Ooh.
You want to be in the video too?
Can I?
Look, can you
Don't
be in the
say
video?
it. Okay,
Can you be in the
Let it
video?
go. Let this
Come
one
on.
go.
I think I'll pass. No offense. I didn't know nigga show, but I think I'm gonna pass. I'm not a video girl. Anyways, we're gonna keep it moving. NBA news, people. Steph Curry. Wow.
Woo!
Now we gotta talk about Steph Curry to a degree.
He finally had an off night.
Yeah, right.
And it came
30
back
points
the
per
next day.
game, 6 assists per game. The 3 ball. That's his ball.
Yep.
Already with
Shooting
300
three balls.
threes.
It's crazy.
Ray Allen leads the league in most consecutive seasons when it comes to the 3 ball.
He keep breaking
Only
his own
second
record.
to Ray Allen. Breaking his 3 consecutive seasons, you're breaking your own record. What, 294? Well, this number, yeah,
He
294.
has 300.
It has
He got
more a little
300
bit now.
now.
He had 300 last night.
Yeah.
Feel like 3-on-1.
Steph Curry, first unanimous MVP. Say it with your chest. Heck yeah, right?
Gotta
Oh,
be.
yes.
It's got to be.
I give him
Yes.
Daniel Bryan.
I'm hearing noises over here.
No.
What?
I'm saying, like,
What you
I'll
rolling
give you
for,
notice.
bro?
like,
Wait, hold on. Let me move this. Let me see you.
I mean,
Can't see him, America.
it's no way. It's no way you can give it to anybody else. Personally,
Oh,
I mean,
okay. He said something good.
I respect what Dame did with the Blazers because I thought they was done for early on in the season. But
Believe it or not, me too.
you know, but I mean, you gotta give it to Steph. They 56-6. He 30 points, like 30.7 a game.
Yeah, something like that.
303 points. Like you can't deny it. Now, I know. He always got a lot to say.
I'm a LeBron fan, so I'm so
There's
That's
more.
I knew it was
Give him the cap, Dre. Give him the cap.
We'll get to LeBron later. We're gonna get to LeBron later. However, it's easy to be nice to Steph on this show. I mean, he obviously deserves everything the good talk that he gets. However, there were some people that had a lot of things to say about him, and there were people that formerly played. Oscar Robertson, Phil Jackson, and Isaiah Thomas all felt some type of way about Steph Curry. Honestly, what do you matter anymore? The greats. But what does it matter? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Why
matter.
it doesn't matter?
It does, yeah, I agree with Byron.
Byron, why does it matter?
It don't matter at all. He got the chip. He got the wife. He got the MVP.
What
He's about to do it again.
No, it has everything to do
It has
with
everything to do. He's winning.
His wife.
They know that everybody thinks, oh, I can guard Steph Curry.
His mama fine, too.
Man, his wife, his mom, his wife, his daughters, like he just the whole family. Just
He proved he could do it once. Now this year he's doubling expectations, doing it even more. Swept the Thunder, blew out the Spurs. Every question you have,
Blew
he's
out the
answering
Cavs.
it.
I would just think that the more, I mean, and at some point he came out and finally said he's sick and tired of everybody from the past coming up and saying stuff about it. But I would think the more you would eventually stop talking, because the more you talk, the more he continues to rain havoc. Right?
He is Jordan-esque, and what I mean by that is
Okay, because clarify, he's going to have a lot of people mad in America.
what I mean by that is, when's the last time we've had somebody and we've had to actually watch them? Like I said, when I was at CIAA, I'm on my way to the after party. We actually.
Of course you were.
And we delay going because we're watching the Thunder and the Warriors game and seeing what he was able to do.
That shot
I mean,
40 feet.
it's a couple other people in the sports world who have said, like, now they have to, when Steph Curry is on, you have to stop what you're doing and watch him, because it's really magical seeing what he's able to do on a night in, night out basis. You never know what you're going to see from Steph Curry.
At some point, when all these greats are coming out talking, that you have to, instead of denouncing the game as to what it wasn't, as to what it isn't in your former years, Gary Payton can't push somebody. There's no Anthony Mason out there. There's no bad boys anymore. That time is gone where there's no fouls and things like that. You can sneeze on a guy, you probably get called for a foul. But okay, fine. The game is more of a perimeter game now. Guys are shooting threes. Shouldn't that not be on Steph Curry? Shouldn't that be a test to everybody else and how they can't find a way to guard him, Gravante? Shouldn't that be the answer for the rest of the league? You shouldn't bash Steph Curry because he's unstoppable.
You know, it's always something about the old heads, always hating on the young heads, always. And that's not even just basketball. That's period. That's across the board.
When I was young, I was walking through 30 feet of snow.
Talk to your grandfather or your uncles about walking to school. Like, you take the bus?
Bro.
We walk to school every day, rain, sleet, snow. So the old guy
with my cane and I ain't have it yet.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So it's always going to be like this. 20 years from now, it's going to be the same thing. Hopefully, Steph won't be the one talking, but it's always going to be something. So, hey, it shouldn't be no skin off his nose. And matter of fact, they're actually making it worse on the rest of the league by talking about it because now y'all got the baby face assassin mad. You know what I'm saying? Now he's red and he's draining threes.
Pretty-eyed baby face.
I gave him that name, baby.
Okay,
baby
so Steph Curry in the Warriors. I mean, it kind of sort of plays on an umbrella. You know, everybody thought last year they didn't play this person, they didn't play that person, they didn't play this person. This team wasn't healthy. They adjusted to everybody they played. They played Houston. Who's that? The Grizzlies had the formula because they had the inside game and still couldn't get it done. You come back this year, everybody thought that they kind of sort of lucked up on last year. Iguodala's the MVP, not Steph Curry. They come back steamrolling. No Steve Kerr. Luke Walton. Your main coach wasn't there. Steamrolling on the quest to greatness. You still talk about Steph Curry. Is it time to leave Golden State alone?
No, because they're not going to leave us alone. So we're going to watch these dudes be slowly but surely, as long as they stay healthy, probably become a dynasty. Because
and Steph Curry's greatness, how long does that go?
Oh, as long as he's healthy.
I mean,
as long as because he does have some ankle history.
He had a couple moments where
and he was out a couple games.
And the fact that he's a shooter. That really
and
helps.
you don't lose as a shooter. You don't lose that.
He doesn't play above the rim.
Once shooter, always a shooter.
He doesn't play above the rim, so it's gonna be easier for him to just do what he's doing now for maybe 7 to 8 years.
I mean, going back to that Thunder game, man, this dude just literally took 2 steps past half court and just jacked it up.
I don't understand how you let Steph Curry. One, you let him catch the ball, inbound the ball. Somebody gives him the ball. You let him get it. Then you let him come up the court. Then you let him get a look at it. 3 mistakes right there.
And you know the Thunder was screaming, "Get a hand up! Get a hand up!" He didn't even pass half court yet. Get a hand up!
There's very few people you have to. I call it in the gym range because as soon as they step out the parking lot, they can make a shot. So you need to be on them as soon as they come out the bathroom, out the locker room, because they can shoot from anywhere.
And it's good you say that because
Seriously.
you know we talk about all these greats saying what they're saying is the league of shooters and da. But there's some little kid. I mean, Steph Curry. You see his game regimen before the games. There's some little kid out there working on their shot.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. He's proven that you don't have to be 6'8" like LeBron, be a freak of athlete or a freak of nature to dunk all the time. Work on your shot, work on the fundamentals because Steph isn't the fastest or the quickest. He's crafty, has good fundamentals, has good handles. He works at it. He works hard. He's, 6'3", a nice size, but he's not the biggest guy. And he just works hard and puts in the work, and you see it, manifesting now.
Speaking of putting in some work, now this is a team. Now, when you're on a quest for what they're on, you may be able to turn the light switch on and off at some point. And they turn the light switch off on Sunday. One more time for the good time for Kobe Bryant on a Sunday afternoon. They lose to the Los Angeles Lakers 112-95. Now, in this game, they lost to the Lakers. But prior to that, 3 days before, they beat OKC 121-106. Mm-hmm. And then they rebound because they always rebound. Because they haven't lost 2 games straight.
Never.
And they rebound at home. Of course, going home does it. 119-113 against the Magic. So, I mean, the law relax America because the law still keeps them on track to surpass 95, 96 Bulls. They're okay on that whole win streak.
It's about a month left in the season.
They're 2.5 games over San Antonio for the best record in the NBA. They get home court advantage throughout the playoffs. It's over.
Yes. Yes, and fun fact, they just broke the Bulls' home record.
Right?
What's that, 2-3? What was that in the finals last year, 2-3-2? 2-3-2?
In the finals, I think it is 2-3-2.
So, no, it's not 2-3-2 anymore.
It's back to 2-2-1-1-1.
Yeah, 2-2-1-1-1. Yeah. They changed it last year.
I'm about to say, because so you have to not only go, so Cleveland, hypothetically speaking, Cleveland, because we're going to get into them soon, they have to go into Oracle and at least win 3 times?
No, they have to go into Oracle at least win probably twice.
Twice?
I would say twice because once not going to be enough. And I don't think they're going to do that, honestly. No. But because, of course, they have 3 home games themselves. They're not going to win all 3 at home because they're not that good. How
much energy they're going to exalt in that whole process?
Well, it depends on who they play before them. Because it seems like everybody's pretty much going to say that the Cleveland is going to walk into the championship. So it depends on if the teams before them can beat them up. Because I know the Warriors are going to go through some stuff.
I don't know about that, man.
That's funny you said that.
They beat all the good teams, but they struggle against the teams that they're not. They don't really.
They're not going to face them in the playoffs. So why does it matter?
No, because they're going to bring their A game.
Yeah, but that is weird that they only lose to teams with under 500 record.
Right.
The teams with
fatigue, man, fatigue. It is fatigue.
Fatigue in that
just like that first. That's why I called it. I didn't say the Bucks per se, but I said in that first 7-game road trip that the Warriors had, I was saying they're going to lose somewhere in there just because of how the schedule is set up. They had 2 back-to-backs, yep. And just like in the Celtics. Remember they took them to double overtime, and then they had to mess around and play the next night in Milwaukee. I was like,
so it was coming soon.
It was going to happen.
They're the most traveled team in NBA history.
They're trying to set up. It's a setup.
This year.
It's a setup because they know they're good at home.
What they got against the light-skinned brothers, Byron?
I know one thing, though. They can't even get his shot right on NBA 2K.
Oh, yeah, they messing the game developers up. They're like,
terrible.
We can't put you enough above 100, so what are we going to do?
Right. You can't be shooting these, 50 feet, half-court shots and expect 50% of them to go in.
It's like NBA jams. They can do an NBA jam just for him, man. Because as soon as he passes half-court, he's liable.
Live Curry. Live A1 Curry. That's the new game. You got to create your own game for him. And he was moving forward. We got to talk about the other team on the East Coast that's supposed to be walking in, and I say that hypothetically speaking, walking in straight into the finals. Cleveland Cavaliers. It's not pretty in Cleveland right now. And Apollo.
Has it ever been?
You want to talk about LeBron? You want to talk about Cavs?
It's
not pretty in Cleveland.
Give me your hat, Dre.
LeBron is psychologically tweeting. LeBron is psychologically tweeting on.
Yeah, you don't. You're right. You don't. You're right.
Twitter. I don't know what his psychological tweets are. Cleveland can't play without LeBron. They lose without him, and he can't find the time to sit down because he has to play. They put the ball in his hands. He's the point guard. Tyronn Lue's actually winning with them. He has respect, but then Kyrie Irving isn't happy. Love still isn't getting the ball. Cleveland.
I mean, even though I'm a LeBron fan, I can still say that maybe he bit off a little more than he can chew. I mean, I can be real about it. Kevin Love is not a superstar. He's a star. He has superstar talents, but he's not a superstar. Kyrie is good, but he's a shooting guard. You know what I mean? Like, LeBron needs a quintessential point guard, like a Chris Paul maybe. If that could ever happen, that would be nice. But, I mean, like, everybody doesn't realize, like, LeBron needs the control. He runs the organization. I mean, he's the box office star. So all the pieces won't fit. You know what I mean? But they're still number 1 in the East. I mean, I still don't see anybody beating them. Like, Toronto's good, but they're not.
Nobody's going to beat them 4 times.
Not going to beat them 4 times in a row, no.
So, beat them 4 times.
But, yeah, I mean, everything's not right, but it's still the regular season, man. Like,
I don't know, man.
Well, call me in April.
Let me ask you this question real quick then. All right. So when they were talking about trading Melo for Kevin Love and possibly working out something in Cleveland, do you think that would have been the move then, to have Melo in Cleveland?
No, I don't think that would have worked.
No.
He said that he needs a point guard. Not another Kevin Love or another Kyrie Irving. He needs a point guard. Melo would not have helped the situation. As a matter of fact, probably have made it worse.
Rajon Rondo?
Better, but not quite.
Because him and LeBron would have bumped his. But
I tried.
Because Rondo was like, I'm taking the ball off the court every time. And LeBron was like, bye.
And Chris Paul,
we need a point guard that's going to listen and a point guard that's a point guard.
Only one person. That's Dwayne Wade. That can make him happy.
Only man. I heard they had a good time in South.
Oh, they had a great time. They were dancing together, shirts off together. Fun time.
Yeah.
Fun
Magic
time.
Mike down there?
Fun time.
Magic fighting, no magic winning, huh?
But the only person is Dwayne
Because
Wade.
how the heck the Heat can't succumb?
Dwayne Wade, Pat Riley, Mickey Harrison in the crew.
Man, I don't think it's. I think Kyrie Irving is good for LeBron James. I mean, Kyrie is still, overcoming his injuries. He's still
right, man.
He is.
Can I ask you this? Is it ever gonna work?
By that.
I think
Is this whole the big three experiment? Is it ever?
That's the question. I said if
Ever?
they don't get it done this year,
Work,
Not with
man.
the Warriors out west. No, it's
that's
not
what I
going
said.
to
If
work.
they don't get it done this year.
Like who else do you need with a kind of difference? It's
I mean,
over.
he has like everybody on his team that he needs to win a championship.
However,
to me.
but
it's
because
They just
I'm
gotta
gonna
stay
play
healthy.
devil's advocate. I mean, you saying not? They're gonna sleep. Nobody's gonna beat them. Shoot, dare I say Toronto may do it if we looking at these Cavs right here. Everybody
Toronto
keeps
gonna
giving
do
them a pass. This is the regular season.
They not gonna let that-
Blah, 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 and wait till the.
He always gets a pass. 'cause
If
he's LeBron
Toronto,
James.
I mean, what's
Man.
Toronto finding an identity?
The
at this point in time?
basketball gods would not
Drake's
allow
their
that to
identity.
happen.
Yeah, you mean the referees?
Whatever you exactly, you think they're gonna?
Adam Silver.
They gonna put down. They're not gonna allow that to happen because listen, Toronto is in where?
Toronto.
Canada. That's a lot of back and forth traveling.
But they have Drake.
2-1-1-1.
They have Drake.
which makes it worse.
Another light skinned man.
Here you go, the light skinned guy.
I mean,
Sorry.
they win.
said it,
And I still think Toronto is a piece away.
They didn't make a move at the trade
And they
deadline. I agree.
sadly did not make a move. I didn't know exactly what move they needed to make, but they need to make something.
The team I like, I don't know if they'll play Cleveland, but Boston. I
was about to say,
love
Boston is really good.
I love what they've done.
Really?
But going
They're a
off
star
that-
away too, though.
Going off that point about like not making enough moves for the trade deadline, I think everybody just took a deep breath and said, "We're not going to win this year, so let's just wait until next year."
We're gonna wait till Kevin Durant gets on the market.
Not only
Carmelo
that,
may be
but
on
the
there,
salary-
and then we're
salary
gonna
cap goes
wait.
up.
Salary cap
And you
goes
know who
up.
else is going? What's going to happen? LeBron's opting out again this summer.
Ooh, where does he go?
He's going back to
So
Cleveland.
is
He's gonna get more
D-Wade.
money. He's gonna get more
Well,
money.
he has
What
to
a
go back to Cleveland if he don't
scandal.
win this year.
But the question is, if he doesn't win this year, will he ever win?
He wouldn't dare leave Cleveland.
No, he's
Oh,
not.
they
Yeah,
really
after
burn.
he
They
made
burn
that
your
promise,
house now.
They will
Forget your
run through
jersey.
the ground.
Forget your
Again.
jersey.
Now,
They
have
burn
you
your
seen
house.
have you seen his tweets?
They've been
Going
really,
down to
Batman-
Miami?
that Batman
they've been really
garbage.
philosophical.
Going down to
lately.
Miami, like
Can somebody
I
pull
mean,
up LeBron
it's
James' Twitter account, please?
Because I mean, every time, like I don't know,
No,
these,
they've
I don't
been
know
really
these
put-
tweets
you know
with
what
these
I'll do?
subliminal messages that he has. but-
LeBron James cannot handle what Cleveland would do to him if he goes back. If he leaves, period.
Yep.
Especially go back to Miami. Oh Lord, they
I
will
don't, I don't think.
forget burning jerseys.
It won't be as bad this go around though. If
Okay.
he was to
I
leave
think
Cleveland,
people expect
Let
it 'cause
us-
you hear so much.
and
Like,
then also
he gonna lose
too,
this year and go
I
back.
mean,
hear
I mean,
it every
he
year.
he
Like,
really
that's-
this
that's
time
the
you
shit.
could see he really
And
tried.
that's just smearing his legacy.
Let
Like,
us-
oh, you
let
can't
us
win at home. You
recall-
gotta go with superstars to win, and all that stuff. He's just gonna prove he's proving the point.
Let us recall the
don't
last
think he
couple of
cares.
tweets that have been LeBron James. This was a day ago.
Being a mercenary.
Structure and consistency creates perfection. You shortcut, you come up short, straight up. 2 days ago, it's this simple. You can't accomplish the dream if everyone isn't dreaming the same thing every day. Nightmares follow. All right, let's see. Yeah, it hasn't. He's even tweeting very meanly philosophically. I don't know what who's he trying to get through to.
I don't know. Who is he trying to get to?
I'm
All
asking you,
these-
my brother. I mean,
I thought he said he wasn't tweeting during the year.
He
What
don't
is he
need
doing?
to be tweeting. Period.
He's going to
he
playoffs.
did
You don't
say
think.
he went
Going
on
to
to say
playoffs.
the
Excuse my
ultimate
bad.
level of this was 3 days ago. The ultimate level of chemistry is when you know what I'm thinking of without saying a word and we execute it. Vice
Look
versa.
at them shots against the Cavs. Look at them shots.
Throwing his teammates
Do
under the
not
bus.
take his greatness or anyone for granted.
I mean,
Can't
I
replace
agree- I
being
agree
around.
LeBron probably shouldn't be
This
tweeting.
is a good one. This is a good one. Wait. Can't replace being around great friends that
I saw that.
reciprocate
Yeah, I saw that.
the
That was
same
hilarious.
energy back in you all facets of life.
Did Dwayne Wade retweet it? Because that has set it off.
Probably
That
did.
has set it off.
Ooh,
That has set it
It's
off.
my
okay to know
goodness.
you've made a mistake because we all do at times. Just be ready to live with whatever that comes with it, and be with.
He's going
dot
through
dot
some real
dot.
deep stuff right now.
Saying, I know deep
It's a
down
long
inside he
season.
probably wishes he had Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, maybe bring along Melo.
Ain't nobody tell you come back
Should've
home.
stayed.
Ain't nobody tell you come back
Speaking
home.
of Melo,
stayed.
we brothers. Hello.
Because
Taking
I mean,
pictures together and
Throwing
stuff.
his
in
teammates
a
under the
LeBron
bus.
perfect world, he would bring all his boys together on one team and they would just
He wanted
dominate
to.
that.
Melo messed that up.
I say,
Yeah, Melo did mess that up.
Oh, Melo messed it up. I see. Okay.
I know Melo
I
gotta
just
be.
shake my head at
Melo
LeBron
gotta be
sometimes.
like
Melo-
mad at
Melo
himself.
gotta
And Melo has only himself to blame.
And we might as well go straight into the conversation because Carmelo Anthony, and I figured we would leave this at the end because your teaser for next week, and you can't comment on this one. So, Cravante, shut your
All right.
Should Melo ask for a trade during the offseason? Teaser. Shut up.
Well, can we move on? Don't have me in suspense. Come on, let's move on to something else.
Porzingis.
Anyways, I
Let's put
will
it
say
in.
this. Melo tells a fan that asks the owner for a refund. Carmelo to ask for a refund. This is what he says to a fan in Washington Knicks. I guess they were booing, whatever. I understand Carmelo Anthony, and we understand the frustration, but how much to blame is James Dolan for the dismal state of the New York Knicks?
Oh my gosh!
1,000%.
What's the highest number we can go?
He become the scapegoat to a degree. I mean, let's face it. Going to play, and are you laughing this hard? Is it that funny?
Yes.
How much is he to blame?
100%.
You can't
What's
blame
the highest
Phil.
we can go?
I mean, I just
You
asked the
can't blame
questions.
Phil.
I mean,
You can't blame Melo. Like, yes, you blame James Dolan.
I mean, broken promises, the Phil Jackson experiment. I mean, only person winning is Porzingis, but Porzingis still isn't winning. So, I mean, James Dolan.
He's worse than whoever running the Lakers right now.
June Black.
Yes, he is. He's number one.
Oh no, he doesn't have a name. Whoever's running Lakers.
James Dolan is number one, definitely.
James Dolan.
They've been
is worse.
suffering since what, 73? That's last time they won a
Dang,
championship.
how old are you,
I
my
think he
brother?
likes it.
Hey,
likes it.
I do my research.
I mean, look at it this way.
Oh,
People
yeah, no, he's someone since the last time he won a championship. That was 70s, somewhere in there.
going into Madison Square Garden doesn't hold the same appeal as it used to. People wanted to go play in Madison Square Garden. I mean, Spike is still in, but I mean,
Patrick Ewing.
the
Spike
state
going
of
down
the
the
New
ship.
York,
But Patrick Ewing never got a ring either.
the New York
They shipped him
persona
out.
of being in New York is no longer attached to that stadium anymore.
Listen, people go in Madison Square Garden to show up the Knicks. Everybody had
61
their best
points.
games in Madison Square Garden.
61
man.
points, your fault.
Yeah, what Kobe say? He had to talk with Spike Lee. That's your fault. Everything that's happened in New York, that's your fault.
Pretty much everything is your fault in New York.
I feel bad for Melo.
I do too.
I don't.
I don't either. 'cause
I
it's
do,
so
but
bad.
I don't. I do what I do. I do
He
what
wanna
I
get
do,
his
but I
money.
don't because
That was it. He wanted the money.
Because he wanted the money, you don't
I
feel
don't
bad.
feel bad. Oh no.
No, you have an
cashed
option.
in on
You
himself.
have an
Right.
option. He
Wrong
made his
moment.
decision.
He had
You
a
want.
chance to go with a team that can compete, or you get your money. He chose his money.
I digress. I do, but I don't. I am getting to the other side of your point, so I'm starting to see the tunnel.
Okay.
However, I'm a little bit sad for him only because you watch the game and how you watch the game. I mean, look at Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley is one of the greatest power forwards ever played the game, but he wasn't calling Chicago talking about, hey, yo, Mike, Scotty, I'm coming, y'all. You lived and died by not getting the ring, and if you didn't get it, hey, I wasn't coming over to try to come with you to get it. I was gonna live and die with it without my own. But in the league now, where your favorite players can be on a favorite team, and the whole draft class can join forces, that's not. And Carmelo having that mindset to want to do it on his own, and I think he's become stubborn in that point. But what he does not understand is being the alpha man, the alpha dog, and you buying yourself, and you watching the rest of your brothers
friends
win, but if you paid attention to your friends, they got together
But
or went with somebody.
But to your point, though, Charles might not have called Michael and Scotty, but he damn sure called Clyde and Elijah.
I'm trying to beat Mike. Forget Mike. I'm going to beat you.
Everybody needs somebody.
But that probably took the pits of despair.
Elijah was like, I'm cool over here. I'm
Exactly.
good.
They were going to.
Well, they was old by then, so.
Yeah.
really
I mean, the Knicks
old.
don't really have any talent. I mean, besides Melo and Porzingis, like that's it.
I mean, he's playing. I mean,
Melo
Yeah.
knew that.
But
Yep.
but that's
they can still get something for him if they try to trade him.
Okay.
definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to ask this question. Okay. And I only want to ask this because it made me think about Kevin Durant's free agency. Now, two different types of guys. Like I said, Melo wants to be alpha dog and be the one to stick to the glue. Where at this point in his career, he needs to understand he needs to go somewhere and be number 2 to the glue. Whereas Kevin Durant's mindset, he doesn't mind being the littlest fish, the biggest fish in the little pond. He doesn't mind playing Oklahoma City, and he does not mind not being the guy. He wants to win. Two different free agencies, correct? But Carmelo may be stubborn enough to stay in New York.
Well, he has to stay until they, trade him or whatever. But he says he wants to stay anyway. He said he came out today and was like, I want to make sure that I want to be at the forefront that we get a free agent here. So.
And they'll get another lottery pick, too.
But, he's not – but nobody's – Rajon Rondo said no. They're not bringing any stars. I saw something dumb about Dwight. Dwight, do we even care where you go anymore?
He's on a decline.
How about Kevin Durant to go to New York?
Ooh, that's a thought. And he loves Porzingis.
It would be nice to see him.
He loves Porzingis. He said some good things about
unicorn.
Porzingis.
It would be nice to see Durant in there, but no.
So I think what Durant's going to do, he's going to probably just take a 1-year deal from Oklahoma City.
And then they're going to the Lakers, him and Westbrook.
Unfortunately, I don't think
they would love that.
I hate to say this, but I really don't think neither Melo nor Durant will obtain a ship because of the moves that they're making. Kevin Durant doesn't have the mindset to take over as long as Russell Westbrook is on his team. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely has to leave, but if he's going to continue to play second fiddle, it doesn't matter where he goes.
But if he doesn't have a problem with that, I don't see.
It's cool. You don't have that problem. I'm just telling you, he's not going to get a chance. I don't think he's going to get a chance.
And everybody's trying to break up that dichotomy. They don't see each other. Even with Russell Westbrook, they don't see each other.
It's not a winning one.
They're going to play isolation ball, and everybody else going to play everybody else Ibaka. They have no other creator besides them two. Right. I get it. But
I'm just saying.
However, is this the next Kobe and Shaq move? Not to cut you off, but if it's the next Kobe and Shaq move, you keep Durant or because look, somebody had to go. Shaq left, and Kobe. He plays his dudes, and then guess what happens?
It depends
Russell
on where he
stays
goes.
Or Kevin Durant?
It depends on where he goes. Unfortunately, I think Kevin Durant will stay, and Russell Westbrook is going to throw the deuces the next year. Yep. And of course, Melo, he's not going to ship because of decisions he make off the court.
The right situation.
And they're playing in the era of not only LeBron James, but now the Golden State boys. Steph Curry and the crew.
Now, if Kevin Durant goes to Golden State,
oh my goodness.
That's all bets off. He's going to get a ship.
Shoot! Shout out to your boy, Verajao. You just might actually
got out of there.
Side Joe Bob.
He said I got out of there.
Dre, Carlito.
Yes, Carlito.
You just became the best informant. Forget OJ. You just became the best informant ever. LeBron likes to go left in the middle of the fourth quarter.
Now they could go big, go small. They can play.
That's scary. You just adding more depth.
They still got Bogut.
They
still got Azili coming back.
Harrison Barnes, and then you
so
that's going to be the key this
depth.
offseason. If they don't go after another player, they got to re-sign Harrison Barnes.
You just added depth. You
Iguodala.
got another big man. That's another body. That's another 6 fouls potentially.
Iguodala.
Iguodala. You said like that when he was a Sixer. Anyway, we're done. Remember the teaser. Should Melo ask for a trade during the offseason? Oh, and I did have a Twitter poll. You guys can still go on Twitter and give your comments about that. Should Steph Curry be first, unanimous, undisputed MVP?
You said that's on Twitter.
That's on Twitter. Right, I'm about to end on time, people. We want to thank True Sounds for our theme song.
In the building.
In the building, yo.
True. Where's the
in Apollo?
What's the Twitter poll? Because I want to vote on this.
We'll get you off there. Apollo, thank you as well.
Thank you.
Don't forget to like us on our Facebook page, The Flex Zone. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Periscope at The Flex Zone 1. If you have any questions, ideas, or possibly want to be a guest, you can always send us an email to theflexzone1@gmail.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Flex Zone, as well. And you can also check us out on SoundCloud and iTunes. Can't forget about our humble beginnings, SoundCloud, where we came from, balls. That Amazon link, Cravante, what's up with it?
Oh, for all my Amazon users, which is probably everybody.
What's that?
On the 1340 AM sports website, there is a link at the top of the website where you can receive many different discounts on various items that I'm sure you will love.
Click, save.
There you go. Just like that.
Omaha. Anyways. Executively produced by Andre Melton, our show is. Our senior producer is Crevante. I heard you just heard him. And our associate producer is Maude. We'd like to thank our intern, Rachel. Hi. I forgot yours. I have our other intern, huh?
It's Milton. And Ty's in the building.
Ty's here. He's been the parent.
She don't care about nobody by herself. She don't know the
What
name.
are you talking about? I'm clearly trying to. And the man that is Hugh is in the building. Pictures of us.
Yeah, what's going on
Taking
here?
wonderful pictures. Happy belated birthday, Byron.
Thank you.
How was 23? How is the new Jordan year treating you so far, brother?
Jordan year, we taking the shots, Steph Curry range. Nothing's off limits. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and that's how we going to end the show.
Should Carmelo Anthony be traded during the offseason? Tune in next week for that debate. I'm curious to see what everybody say. Or maybe not that curious.
This is funny.
No debate.
Anywho's, I'm going to say it like I say it every week, and I don't care if it doesn't rhyme. It's mine. I'm Kelly, Kevin McKell. Like that, the show's over. Next week, people. Let's go.
Like that. We go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Kingi Knox with the greatest fan connecting the coolest fans to hot celebrity interviews just in 60 seconds, and I'm talking to my uncle, your uncle, Charlie Wilson. What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
You are awesome and amazing when you perform. Your connection with the audience, how do you do it?
I've been doing it all my life that way. It's the only way I know how to perform. I used to watch my father preach, and I know my father, he's so energetic.
Energetic, that's when I'm getting the energy.
He was a ball of fire. When I was a little boy, I used to watch my father preach. He was amazing in it. So I used to watch him. I got that just naturally, I think. You know?
Essence, love you, I love you. And what I love about you, Uncle Charlie, is that you connect with their health.
Yes.
Last year I talked to you about encouraging the girls to take their boyfriends out about prostate cancer, and we did a big campaign about that. What else you want to enlighten your fans about?
Just, continue to take your man to the doctor, because early detection is the key to anything.
Last year we said take him to go get ice cream after you.
Yeah, and just go.
Thank you, Uncle Charlie Wilson. You're gorgeous, handsome. You're phenomenal when you perform. It's such an honor. Kingi Knox, greatest fan.
Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you.